Morning, y'all. You can see those are some cucumbers I picked last week that are not quite in a state that I want to eat them. So it's a little after 10 o'clock Saturday morning. Me and Laddie, and well, Laddie, of course, has to start out his morning being a little froggy. He's like, I'm molting. I don't know. I don't know if he senses or knows something's up, but I got Nomad and Flower. They're all escorting me back to the water because they know every day I've had to knock down some big spider webs that are strung from this tree to that tree. And you know, it's amazing me how he's down here dancing. Well, I am not gonna sit for you, so you're just gonna have to stick with your girlfriend. But they're always amazingly head height. And I know I walked into a million of them and nothing bad has ever happened to me walking into them, but for heaven's sake, I still picture there's an angry little spider at the other end. So I've still got these little blue flowers popping up everywhere. Wild morning glory. This is the bush I was talking about. There's a name for it. See, it's got these beautiful little flowers. And another week or two, it will just be a big white dome of them. And I've got them growing in other places. And little blue flowers. They're a weed, of course, an invasive something or other. And you can see them over here too, coming up everywhere. Lots of this wild morning glory vine. And yeah, I normally would not mind, it's not my house. This stuff is invasive and can affect your house. Luckily, we've got some ancient asbestos siding. It has helped keep the house cooler for the whole summer. We didn't have AC. Now that the summer's winding down, of course, we have a new window unit. But anyhow, I've always had AC at least in my bedroom. But look, even way down there. You cannot sorry, he just wants to jump up on my arm. He sees my arm sticking out, filming, and he's like, okay, I can perch there. Look at the flowers. This is pokeberry. But we also have wild grape. I don't think she's in heat. A lot of times your house cats will lay down in front of you and wallow when they're in heat. I mean, she could be, but this will be the third summer that has adopted us, and I've never seen her pregnant or have kittens. So she comes from a long line of inbred ferals, so she may have that could be no longer something that's feasible with her. It could have been bred out, but if all inbred things could become sterile, it'd be great. Dude, you scratched my arm. No, you didn't mean to, but he scratched a scratch I already had, and now you're making me bleed. He's like, whatever, I think I found something to snack on. Here comes his girlfriend. Yeah, get busy cleaning his beard. Keep him being sweet. So the last few of the roses are popping out, and we're supposed to maybe get some rain, but the past 2 days of all this cloudiness and cooler temps, we have no rain. But there's more of that white stuff growing. And over here on the back side of the front garden, there's some more just growing. I mean, it's beautiful. It would be even more beautiful if it had a lovely scent. I still haven't come out and push mowed this. I'm probably going to have to just use the weed eater if I do it. I've got a lot of other things on my plate to worry about then, whether this little bit of lawn up here gets mowed. But, the plants and the animals will still be taken care of until the day I leave. But this is a type of wild grape that the birds do eat. And that the birds do, the bees love, and the birds do poop it on my white swing. Which I can't take it off its pole, but I will clean it up and take it with me. There's the corn. I turned the water on so it would run in here. I don't know if it'll make corn, and it might make corn as I'm leaving, but that will be up to, I don't think it's going to. I think I just walked into a spider web. Ugh, ick, ick, ick. And I was just walking through here this morning, but I don't know, something in me thinks because it's just corn popping up from, the cracked corn out of chicken scratch, that though it's growing like corn, it is probably inert and will not make ears of corn. So I'm just cleaning some water bowls. I cleaned them yesterday, but it seems like every day they get the green comes up. Luckily, it just wipes out really easy. I've been gathering up some of my chicken supplies that I'm going to send with the hens. I have a 2-gallon hanging waterer which has 2 watering stations on it. My flower, she hasn't laid an egg in 2 days. Maybe she'll lay today. I've checked her favorite laying spots. I don't see her laying in any place weird, but, then again, you never know. So the 4 o'clocks were open at 6 a.m., but now they're sleeping for the day. I most definitely will grow some more of them from seed in Oklahoma. The little spot at my sister's, one of the spots where I'm going to be able to have a little bit of just a wee garden, and I'm going to do that for mental health reasons. And that my sister, she has some back issues, so she's not really, she's always been big in her house plants and stuff like that, which I used to be until my cats ate them all. But she's got a very green thumb of her own. She used to do like I did and had big garden, None of them have ever been big flower gardeners like me, but we've all been vegetable gardeners. Yeah, let's dump this out. What is it that you guys do that you get these so dirty in one afternoon? So, and we'll dump the pool. Mister, back off. Back off, Cosmo. See? All he can do is peck at my shoe and grab my pants because I walk up on him and keep him. Oh, look at the bugs. Look at them. Go over there. Go over there. There's crickets and bugs under there. You're bougie chickens. You're like, what? Oh, catch them and put them in our dish for us. But no, they're figuring out that there's all kinds of crickets and bugs under there, and I stood up the pool so they could scavenge in the water puddle. That's what they're doing. So, let's get this show on the road. I didn't water yesterday the green stalk or the pumpkins. I did the chickens, of course, but I just assumed we would get some rain, so we were predicted it. And then by late afternoon, we had nothing, no rain. I got you guys a little soft treat, but I'm trying to distract this crazy rooster. Otherwise, he's going to try to eat all the cat food. I have a couple little fancy piece single things. So today is Paul's birthday. I told him happy birthday. It's not, I can't say that I didn't mean it, but I didn't mean it like I would, but I don't know how to say it. He hasn't wished me happy birthday in eons, so, but I'm not kind of like that. Like, you didn't wish me happy birthday, so I'm not going to wish you happy birthday. I'm not that kind of person. I don't play those kind of childish shit, kid games. Don't even like kids, but, when I went out this morning at 6 a.m., he was sitting on the couch texting, or I think he was watching porn, because when I walked back in, he made sure to cover his screen and stuff, so I couldn't see what he was looking at. And I don't ask anymore. I don't care. I asked him if he made the house payment because this is in America. For those of you who aren't Americans, this is our Labor Day weekend, which means Monday is what you guys would call a bank holiday. And it's a big weekend for people to, picnic and do that kind of stuff. But because the first is on a Sunday, people who get paid by the government on the first are typically getting their money like Friday, and so I know Thursday he got either his retirement or his pay, and he, I think it's probably all gone. He said he didn't make a house payment, so that probably means this will be 4 house payments and 4 car payments behind. So any day the proverbial axe is, I don't know what you call it, proverbial, I don't know, it's all going to fall down on his head. And thank God I'm not going to be here for it. There's been some other issues, which maybe down the line, I don't know if I share them because they're very personal and they have to do with improper pornography. And I have a feeling it's all going to catch up with him, and it's going to be ugly. And I hate that for him because I've known him since I was 13 years old. And when we were great friends, we were great friends. But I can't live this life. So anywho, let's see if I can pick this up with one hand. Oh, it's so heavy. All right, you guys might just be looking at some water for a second because I have arthritis in my hands and fingers. In my right hand, it's worse. But in my left, I broke a lot of the bones in this hand once when I was 25. So it's gotten arthritis, and it's not my main hand. But there we go. There's chicken waters. So I'm going to water their little peppermint plant there. It's going on 4 years in that pot. There were 2 pots of it. The other pot they managed to dig out, just being chickens. So they're like, why? Our pool is gone. Yeah, it had yucky water in it, y'all. They're like, the pool's not what makes the bugs, but they're all still over there pecking around. So I'm keeping this favorite water bowl of theirs here under the chairs filled, so when the sun does come out, it stays in the shade. Gonna dampen down some of their dust bathing spots. And this hose has still got leaks and tape on it, but I'm gonna take the new hose that was bought for me. I'm gonna take it with me, because God knows he's not going to water anything but animals. And my elderly neighbors, they've known Paul for many, many years. And they will keep an eye out if chaos is still kicking when I leave. And they're nosy enough and will stay on top of things enough that I think they'll creep over and make sure that weather's bad, that chaos is put in the house, and that the chickens are put up if they don't, they live right over there. So I know that they'll keep an eye out. And if they notice that there's not chicken feed or anything weird like that, they will step up. Or they'll let me know, and I'll send them the money to go buy a bag of feed for the roosters if I have to. I shouldn't have to do that since they're going to be living here with an adult, but we know what kind of adult that is. So, and they will be his responsibility. But if my neighbors call and say, man, the feed barrel's empty and I don't know if he's feeding them, I'll send them the money to get feed. I will figure out a way to do that so that they, or I will order it like on Walmart where they can just go pick it up. But the roosters, they have plenty of area to free range. But come winter, they will still need feed. And I'm going to before I leave, if I can. I've been doing little odd jobs to help people. So, and Paul did give me some money for chicken feed. It wasn't enough because he didn't give me enough to even buy a regular feed, but the roosters don't need the hen house reserve. So I will go to Tractor Supply, and their brand of game bird, showbird feed, I think will be the best for them. It's a higher protein. It really focuses on plumage and growth, and it'll need to be crumbled because Laddie, of course, has his beak issues. Ooh, look at all these little cherry tomatoes. So anyway, I got a sweet text from my friend Rose today. I know she's going to be watching this. Hey, Rose. I'm filling my pockets with red cherry tomatoes for the chickens and for Flower. I mean, they all love them, but Flower really particularly loves them, and as she's my free range, hang out with the mama the most chicken. So this cucumber is probably going to get picked later. Those other two are going to get fed to the chickens because I let them sit on the counter probably a little too long, and one of them is starting to kind of get that overripened yellow look to it. Please, God, don't let there be any spiders. Don't let me be reaching into Spiderville. But I'm just picking the cherry tomatoes. The red ones and the ones that are really, ooh, glad I didn't grab there because there's a spider there, and it was look at it. Oh, it's moving around the branch, trying to get away from me, thank God. I love those kind of spiders that run from people. So much more than the spiders that just like, hey, let me ride on you. You look nice. Let's meet. Yeah, I'm not a spider girl. So I did a little bit of deadheading that needed done. Got a pocket full of tomatoes. Pumpkins are being watered. I'm not worrying so much about the powder mold. You know, what makes it, makes it. I still haven't come out here with any cardboard. I'll probably do that today. Because they are, you know, I thought they were really slow growing. I wasn't going to get very many, and then all of a sudden, they're just popping up everywhere. And they're not, you know, the kind you can eat. They're just decorative, so we'll, you know, it's not like I'm not hard-pressed to make sure they all grow up healthy and happy. Looky, Missy, come on. Come over here. Mom's got lots of tomatoes. Yum. Yeah, I got tomato juice all over my hands, and I just stuck my hand in my pocket. There she goes. She's like, I'm going to walk off of mine because I don't want him to steal it. I think this is enough cherry tomatoes for just you two, huh? There's no mad wallowing. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all, chickies. I gotta come over and fill your water. She's like, hey, fill our tub. Not your tub, oops. Fill our pool. Oh, that bounced right off the top of Daisy's head. Sorry, Daisy. There's Drago, looking like his daddy. Here comes his sisters. Violet and, there we go. Oh. I didn't break all theirs open, but they figure it out. They're like, yeah, tomatoes. So, I'm glad that here at the end of the summer, and the end of the gardens and all that, I got a tomato seed on my screen. I can share yumminess with the babies. And like I said in a previous video, we may get some tropical storm action towards the mid-month if that storm does go into the Caribbean and comes up the East Coast. But that's about mid-month. I have a feeling that if the people who I'm rehoming the chickens to, if they've got their little yard and everything ready, that once they've got the yard ready and they've got this coop dismantled and over there, if they're still taking this coop, if they're not going to take it, then I'm sure they'll already have something ready for the chickens. That's part of the reason her family's coming, to help them fence off a little part of their yard for a little transition area. It could be mid-month, and I will be free to leave here. And then that ball, of course, I'm leaving in my family's court. Oh. And I'll just make sure I'm ready to go. So I'm going to close this out for now. I might make another little one later this afternoon if we actually ever get some rain. And I am going to fill the pool and fill the bird bath and then get out of this 95% humidity. Bye, y'all. Love you. Thank you so much for being part of my little world. We'll keep making videos. Bye.